Cowboys defense is no joke, man. And you can vote for our next guest that's right here on the Rich Eisen Show for the Pro Bowl. I'm going to give him a vote right here. His name is Byron Jones. I just gave him a Pro Bowl vote. You can go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl/ballot and do what I just did. And I'm not just doing that because he's kind enough to call into the show after he and the rest of the Hot Boys had a big signature win on Thursday Night Football. But we've been following Byron Jones ever since he jumped out of the 2015 NFL Combine gym and he came on the show. We're greatly appreciative of that. So I would say friend of the program, Byron Jones, back here now of the Dallas Cowboys. How are you, Byron?
Hey, what's up, Rich? Thanks for having me.
You bet. What's gotten into your defense, Byron Jones?
Guys are stepping up, making big plays. You see a lot of young guys across the board. Our front seven is something special. As a corner, sometimes I just look inward and see those guys just going at it, and it's really special to see, especially the young guys just stepping up and making huge plays. And that's what defense is about, is just taking the ball away and making your hits, making your fits.
Well, what are you seeing from that front seven, Byron?
Just physicality. Guys who have high energy, guys who have high effort. When you're rushing the passer, what it comes down to is who wants it more, who's going to fight for positioning more. And our guys, I know without a doubt, are going to get there. And I know Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch are going to run sideline to sideline and hit any running back that's going to come through the hole. So I feel comfortable with those guys on the inside.
And then what DeMarcus Lawrence was picking up, it certainly seemed like the rest of the team was putting it down on Drew Brees and the Saints. What did he have to say this week to the media? We heard it. What was he saying in the locker room? I imagine it's something similar and perhaps even less safe for work.
Yeah, he was all fired up, man. And that's the person he is. He understood what this game meant. You have a team that's coming here who is hot as the Saints with so many big-name guys. You want to make a statement. And he made a statement before the game, and I think he made a statement during the game. And I think if you're going to make a statement like that before the game, you got to show up, and there's no question that he showed up.
Byron Jones of the Dallas Cowboys defense here on the Rich Eisen Show. What happened after that Monday night game? You haven't lost since then. What switch got flipped? What conversation was had? What was going on that has led to this, Byron?
I just think the guys, the coaches, the staff, just kind of understood at that point, like, okay, this is it, man. There's no more room for error. You can't continue to lose like this and expect to go to the playoffs. And you work so hard throughout the offseason. People don't really understand how long the process is preparing to get ready for a season. And to be at that point and understanding, okay, if we lose again, we're probably not going to the playoffs and ultimately the Super Bowl. So just really the idea that their back's against the wall. You can't make any more errors. But when, as a team, you want to really get going in November, December where these games really matter. And I think we're doing a good job at kind of understanding that and taking that on board with us. And, hey, not looking back, man. We're trying to win some more games.
When you say a message being sent from coaching staff, how much does that come from your head coach, Jason Garrett?
A lot. I think one thing he's really good at is motivating the players, and he finds different ways to do it through not just sitting up there and talking. He finds videos, speakers. He draws from a lot of different areas to kind of motivate us, and that's what he's really been great at. And when the message gets across like that, and you can obviously see the way that we're playing, that's the sign of an effective leader, and that's what he's been doing.
Give me an example of a video or something that he's done to motivate. Give me something, Byron.
So like we're watching video of a Navy SEAL or even The Rock, explaining just the idea of his philosophy and how he attacks his life and how he always sees himself. Anytime he's in a big moment, he remembers back to where he didn't have food on the table or he didn't have an income at all and where he was at his rock bottom. And he reminds himself how that felt at that moment, and then he then gets gratitude from that and just goes out and accomplishes whatever he has his mind to on that day. So there's just a lot. Coach Garrett brings in a lot of different ways to kind of motivate us and get us going, and man, it's really working.
So when you say, did you say The Rock, like Dwayne Johnson?
The Rock, yeah, like you know, that Rock.
So he showed a video of Dwayne Johnson talking about his life experience and how that can translate to success for you?
Yeah, that's just one of many things that he's done to kind of motivate us. And, as a leader, you can't just say the same thing over again and expect people to get it. You have to find different ways to do it. And that's hard to do, and there's no question that he goes to great lengths to do that for us. And that's valuable. I mean, it's valuable to motivate and invigorate a young group of guys. And we had the talent in the locker room the entire time. We just needed to put it together and be consistent with it.
Well, I've met Coach Garrett many times off the field. He's an absurdly positive guy. I mean, just a very positive, upbeat, happy, go lucky from what it seems, but a very intense guy, Byron. But you do know that most fans of the NFL think all he does is stand there and clap for you guys, right?
I see. It's funny. Like, I go on Instagram and I just I don't look for it particularly, but you see like little pictures of it. He just clapping all the time, and that's who he's even killed on the field. He has to put up you got to be even killed. I think that comes from his playing experience as well. He's never too high, never too low, because he's played the game. You can't be like that. You can't be fiery and down on yourself and jumping for joy when a touchdown's made. You got to be even killed in the sport. But no, he's one of those guys who just understands it because he played the game before. He understands what it takes, and that's been a benefit to us as players, no question.
Byron Jones here, Cowboys cornerback, and someone that you should vote for the Pro Bowl. One of the many Cowboys on that defense that are Pro Bowl worthy right now, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. So let's, we're talking about speed in this game. Team speed is important, and how fast Jalen Smith can cover ground. You even said that yourself about Van Der Esch as well. But you're still the fastest Cowboy on the team, right, Byron? Correct?
Yeah, I brag every now and then. I remind the guys, hey, I'm the fastest, no question about that. But it's beautiful to see a guy who's 6'2", 6'3", 240 pounds running sideline to sideline. I think it looks cooler when they do it, no question.
So you're talking about Van Der Esch right there.
I'm talking about both of them animals upside.
Animals. It's a good way to put it. But,
yeah.
But you were able to guard the guy who says he can't be guarded in Mike. What were you able to do with Michael Thomas last night? Do you think, Byron, that few people in the league are able to do?
Well, one, I think we did a really good job of getting pressure on Drew Brees and making it hard for him to get the ball out. And there were some times, the guy is a really good receiver, and I felt that in the game. There were some times where he was running free, no question. But our D has a beautiful part about having a good defensive line. A receiver may be running free, but if a guy gets a hand on the ball, then we're okay. So for me, my technique, I just like to challenge receivers at the line of scrimmage. I like to play tough defense, get my hands on them. I don't like to give ground at the line of scrimmage, and I just like to fight and contest. And I got a little too handy last night. Got a flag, but that's ball, man. I'm going to make it as hard as I can for a receiver to catch the ball.
Okay. And then I guess when it all comes to it, Byron, you're not allowed to go one game at a time on me, okay? With my question. You're not allowed to do that. I understand. That's the way it works in the NFL. I understand. But this is not my first rodeo asking this question. How far does this team go? I mean, you've got your fan base absurdly excited with this 4-game win streak, most watched Thursday night football game ever, with what you did to a red-hot 10-win team in a row. 10-win-in-a-row team, pardon me. I mean, how far can this team go, Byron?
The sky's the limit for us. When you look across the board and you see the type of players that we have on the field, and from the old guys to the young guys, quarterback, receivers, running backs, defensive backs, linebackers, D-line, the sky is the limit. And you're starting to see it now where we're starting to put it together as an entire team and put good games on top of good games and good performances on top of good performances. And that's the key, especially during this time of the year where teams are banged up. Teams kind of found their identity. We're really starting to go into stride, and we're starting to build our mojo right now. So, like I said, man, the sky's the limit. We're trying to go deep into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. There's no question about that. That's always a goal coming into the season. So the goal is to keep doing it one by one. One at a time.
You almost had it, Byron. You almost got through it.
I couldn't help myself. I felt Coach Garrett on the back of my neck.
Clapping. Is he clapping? Is what he's doing?
Yeah, he's clapping. He's definitely clapping.
You know what? It's amazing how, because everybody thinks that's all he does. Literally, that's all he does is clap. But obviously, he does a ton more. And you guys are just coming out firing. I mean, just firing. It's really remarkable to watch what certainly you've done over the last month. I mean, Van Der Esch is howling, right? He's
oh yeah, he's calling the Wolf Man. So yeah, he's definitely howling. He's got his swag, he's got his confidence, so he's rolling, man.
He's a big dude, isn't he? Right?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's long. You can see the way he uses his length on the field. He's punching off linemen and tackling people. It's really cool to see, man, especially someone that young.
Definitely the most badass named Leighton, I think, of all time. Probably, right?
Unique. It took me a while to get used to saying it.
Yeah, Leighton's a badass. There's no doubt about it. Hey, Byron, how long did Garrett give you off after that win?
Man, I'm chilling today. I'll be chilling tomorrow, and I'm chilling on Sunday. So, yeah. 3-4 days off.
Wow. So he gave you a see you Tuesday?
No, we're gonna have something on Monday, no question. We'll
Okay.
have probably a team meeting on Monday, and then we'll probably do a regular Tuesday. But like I said, Coach Garrett gets it, man. He played the game. He knows sometimes you just need a rest. Lay it down. Watch Netflix.
What are you watching?
I'm on Narcos right now. I'm really fascinated by the drug trade for whatever reason. I don't do any drugs, but it's fascinating to kind of see what kind of goes on in different countries.
Okay, so you're on Narcos Mexico. That's the one that you're on right
Yes.
now? Okay.
Yes, I am.
All right, Byron. Hey, you take care of yourself. I really appreciate it. Let's stay in touch. Let's stay in touch as you go about your business in your 4th season. It's amazing how long you've been at it out of UConn. So congrats on last night's win and appreciate the time.
Thank you very much, Rich. Take care.
You got it. That's Byron Jones.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.